Overwatch 2 has completely lost the trust of its player base, and I'm not even sure they're going to be able to build this back. It's such an uphill challenge. It's going to be. It's so sad. Come with me. Let's break this down because this is. You won't believe what's happened here. It's so ridiculous. This is from BlizzCon 2021 or BlizzCon Online, as they called it. Now, I'm just going to hide the cretin in the bottom right corner. There we go. Look at this, right? What we've got is this fellow has gone off to become an NFT multi-trillionaire. This person has left, as I'm sure you'll know. This person is still with the team. This one has gone. This one is now the director, and she is gone as well. So these are core members of the team. These are pretty much, heads of the development team in their respective departments, right? You've got executive producers, you've got like lead technical artists, all of that stuff, right? This man, Jeff Goodman, he is also gone. I'll bring my ugly face back. Where am I? Hello. He's also gone as well. And I think Tim Ford is in this as well. Yeah, there's Tim Ford. I think he was associate technical director. He's also gone. So what am I getting at here, right? These people have left the team. This is a brand new Overwatch team. But why did these people leave the team? You guys may remember back in 2019, Jeff goes on stage at BlizzCon and says, we're reinventing the sequel. And nobody knew what the hell he was talking about. We're like, what the actual shit does this mean? We don't need a sequel. We just need content for Overwatch. What are you doing? What's going on? What we didn't understand is there was an absolute war going on behind the scenes. You had the likes of Chaco, who was, I think Chaco was like an executive producer as well, maybe. But he was like the barrier between Jeff, the executives, and Team 4 was still like autonomous and they were doing their own thing. And it was like this war constantly. But what had happened is Jeff wanted to give us a good game. The whole team wanted to give us a good game. But Activision Blizzard wanted to make money. They're like, no, we need a free-to-play game with a battle pass and a store. Now, this is where things get a bit muddy, and I don't want people quote me on this because I don't... Sources and all of that stuff, I'm not going to go into it in this video. Let's just say I have been around Overwatch 7 years intimately, so I do know quite a lot of shit which has been going on. Basically, there was a back and forth from 2019 of, we're going to go free-to-play, we're not. We're going to go free-to-play, we're not. By the way, we're going to go free-to-play with a battle pass, and we've just suddenly decided this as you're working on other bits and pieces. But wait, the development is meant to be a big splash. Overwatch 2, what signifies the 2 is a massive PvE campaign that you can play through and tons of replayability with hero missions. Now, be under no illusion here, guys. When I'm talking about PvE campaign, I don't mean what we're going to get now in Overwatch 2, which is this episodic, like, bits and pieces coming out every other season tied into a battle pass. No, I'm talking about a massive campaign that you could play through from the beginning as the game launched, and then you could settle down into PvE and do all of that character progression stuff. There would be two ways of playing this game then. You would have your PvE Overwatch experience and your PvP. That would have been incredible. It would have warranted the Overwatch 2. People would have gone, okay, we get what Jeff was saying, and that's fine. But all that got deleted by the executives, so it means that Jeff and all of those guys look like they're lying, and they're not going to have that, so they walk out the door. So you have to have ultimate respect for those people because they stood up for what they believed in and basically told them bollocks, and they were out the door. So let's go on and take a look at some more ridiculous stuff because this is where things get crazy. So this is the GameSpot article. Now, we've seen this. It's now infamous, I think. Aaron Keller says this, and I don't know how this was ever approved by the insane Blizzard PR department, because surely you wouldn't want the actual director saying this. But he says, so we came to the realization that this was the right way to be developing for all of Overwatch. It was about a year and a half ago that we made the decision to really shift strategy. That's when we rapidly shifted the resources on our team to work on launching Overwatch 2, and that's what came out last October. But at the same time, we came away with that from the first experience was a new value for developing Overwatch. It was a new value for running the team, namely to always be putting out fresh, exciting, fun, and new experiences for our players. As we were running Overwatch 2, running up to launch of Overwatch 2, we realized that we could not build that other game. We would save up all of that. We couldn't save up all of that content over the course of what was looking to be at least the next several years to finish it. And by doing that, pulling more and more resources away from the people that were playing our game and all the people that will be playing Overwatch 2. So we made the decision later last year that we would focus all of our efforts on the live running game and all of our PvE efforts on this new story arc that we're launching in Season 6. Right. And then on top of that, to keep all of our PvE efforts, all of our co-op efforts, instead of our seasonal releases rather than one big box release. So let's take a look at this. Not this, that's the wrong thing. Let's take a look at this. Launch date of Overwatch 2, October the 4th. Let's go back to this. So a year and a half ago, we made the decision to shift strategy.
Does it sound like he lied to us about why we're going to go there? He wanted us to go to Goblin Town.
This
And he
sounds
said
like
there was a bad goblin. I think maybe we need to find out if Goblin Town contains that tree that we need to kill.
But that tree, do they have weapons of mass destruction? But they probably also have resources.
We got to find out where this fucking tree is, though.
Yeah, I think it's in Goblin Town because that's what they're reproducing the blight with.
If only we had like a few more questions to ask.
There's definitely blight in Goblin Town.
Okay.
We need to go.
All right, so you just want to say fuck it and roll?
Yeah. The trees in Goblin Town plus probably riches. We got to go find this weapon of mass destruction.
Let's roll. This is like our Iraq. I like
Yeah,
it.
and the
How do we know
there's
the
actually
tree is
tons of
there?
Iraq allegories here.
Yeah.
Is that on purpose?
No, no.
Let's go to Goblin Town.
Yeah.
You absolutely can start leading the way to Goblin Town. Berserker Billy, as you get closer to the door to Goblin Town, Meepo does scream out, "Be careful! Other side of that door! Long hallway and pew 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 pew!" And he motions goblins shooting at you.
They have guns.
It's an ambush.
Unclear.
We took axes to a gunfight.
Yeah, but remember, we're good guys with guns.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
The only thing that can stop him.
So I wanna stand away from the door and probably kind of use Sacred Flame again. Do I got that in me?
You absolutely could. Right now, it doesn't go through doors, but if you if you kind of like go up to the door, open it up, and step away, you can throw a sacred flame through the door.
Okay. And the door's open.
The door isn't open yet.
Just can I breach it?
You can. This door is not locked, so you could open up this door no problem as a bonus action, and then still have your action to throw a sacred flame.
Try the handle, yeah.
Yeah. Try the handle.
Yeah.
And if I can open it, shoot the fire down the hallway.
Billy, are you
handles
going
on
to
my
push or
door?
pull the door?
There were handles,
God
but you,
damn it.
you were smashing through them. Really, I was just counting the movement more than the
all right.
actual smashing through the doors. But you certainly can get to the door of the Goblin Town. You see all these arrows, like fighting has happened across this doorway on numerous occasions. You open up the door, step back, and at first, all you see is a long 30-foot hallway, another door at the end with a low wall stacked right in front of that doorway. It's almost like an Irish shepherd's wall. Someone just piled up rocks that sort of spill down until they were high enough that they come up maybe a little more than waist high to you. You don't see any goblins. Then you see little hats start appearing on the other side of that wall. And one goblin woman with goggles on kind of looks over the wall and goes, "Kraka, Dakasa!" And she points, and 3 other goblins begin leveling crossbows in your direction. They are about to all fire at you, Berserker Billy, but you get to do Sacred Flame first, unless you are running away instead of doing Sacred Flame.
I'm busting.
100%. I will roll the saving throw. Are you aiming? There's one goblin with scars all over his face, one goblin with an eye patch, the one in the lead who seems to have goggles, and then one other guy with sort of a skull cap on. Who are you aiming for?
Who's pulled out their crossbow first?
The one with the skull cap actually pulled out his crossbow first.
Josie Wales.
Absolutely.
Skull cap.
This guy pulls out his crossbow the quickest, and you aim for him. I am sorry to say, he just rolled a 19 on his saving throw. He avoids your Sacred Flame. Even though it ignored the cover and kind of went over the wall to kind of dunk on him, he dove out of the way at the very last moment, I'm sorry to say. And Billy, that means that as he jumps out of the way, 4 attacks are going to be coming your way. The first of the first 2, one of them is a 17. Berserker Billy, can I ask, what's your armor class?
My armor class is. I have 45 health points.
45 health points. Your armor class would be 16,
55.
so I am sorry to say that that guy is just barely going to be hitting you with his 17. Then with the next 2 attacks, those are both going to just barely be hits. Billy, you are taking... from the first attack, 6 points of damage. The second attack, 8 points of damage.
no.
That's 14 so far. Plus 5 is going to be 19 points of damage, Billy. Billy, what are your hit points normally?
My damage is. I don't know.
Oh, your hit points are at the very top. Sorry, you had just told me that.
Oh, 45?
45. So you have taken 19 points
Yep.
of damage. You're
So,
down to like
26.
26 left. Absolutely. Unfortunately, you
Jacked
got
up.
walloped pretty bad by those 3 shots.
You got Jacked
One
up.
arrow sunk into your shoulder, and the other two kind of grazed along your sides.
Now, wait, how much does he have left? 25?
He's got 25 left.
26.
Or 26 left. You're
26.
absolutely
So
right.
would that be like he's pretty close to dying?
He's not halfway down yet, but he's close to halfway down at this
Like
point.
maybe just one good like punch.
Yeah, probably
Okay,
one or
I
two
wanna make sure that
attacks.
I'm defending
and,
In case anyone tries to punch you, bro.
that'll bring us from
I don't want you to die.
now, Billy. To be fair, I put this did maybe you think of this. You have a bonus action, and you do have a healing spell, a healing word you can do as a bonus action. Did you want to heal anybody as a bonus action?
Could I? Is in my bonus action? Can I like roll out of the way? Because I think I'm still in front of the door.
You know what? Yes, you could. You could take cover as a bonus action behind the door, and that would give you +5 to your armor class going forward.
If you're a coward.
Don't be a coward.
Is that-
Your bonus
how much-
action is to
so wait,
hide.
if my
Yeah,
plus
come
my
on.
healing, right?
You're-
Well, no, now I understand
Medicine
why you're
plus
not the
6.
strongest warrior here.
So I'm gonna heal up.
Your healing spells are way better than your medicine skill. Your medicine skill can only ever heal 1 hit point. Your healing spells can heal a lot more.
I'm gonna go healing spell and just stay in the line of fire for now.
What level of healing spell would you like to do? First level, second level, or third level?
I'm gonna go the best level,
Third level, absolutely. Then I'm going to ask you to grab one of these pyramids, the D4s, roll 3 of them, and add it all up.
The D4.
Bro, you
D-
didn't have to waste all that heal. We weren't gonna do anything.
D4.
Well, we still gotta load back up.
Yeah, no.
It's
yeah,
right
you're
under
right,
your
you're right.
sheet, it looks like. You got
We
one of
weren't gonna
these
fuck with
pyramids.
All right, here we go. It is a. How do I read this?
It's the number on top. Number on top is always going to be the same whichever way you rotate it. This is a tricky one. Yeah.
you rolled a 1 and you acted like you didn't know how to read it.
Oh, he rolled a 1. So you got a 1.
How do I read this dice?
He rolled a 1, Tim. Tim, he rolled a 1.
How do you read
He rolled a 1.
If you rotate it around, you'll notice the number on top is
He
always
rolled a
the
1.
same
He
number.
rolled a 1. He
Whichever
rolled
way
a
it's
1.
I
facing.
don't know how to read this.
Yeah. All right, so he rolled a 1.
So I guess the first one might have been a 1.
Yeah, no, it was.
That's a
That's a
1.
1.
That is
Yeah.
definitely a 1, and you get to roll one more time.
That was actually his second roll of a 1.
Second roll. And
It's a 3.
a 3. Okay, so we got 1, 1, and 3. That's 5 so far. Then we get to add your wisdom bonus, which is +3. So that's 8 points of healing. Billy, you're not up to full. You still have 11 points of damage on you.
Okay.
So you're
Do I
not
get
as badly hurt as you were before, and you've used up 1 of your 3rd level spell slots. Which are rather precious. You only have 1 other of those.
The
And
decision to either get hurt in a fictional game or admit to your homies you don't know how to read numbers.
It's the one that's on top.
Can't read numbers.
My paint was all chipped off.
And
This is a
Erlich,
weird
that'll
dice.
bring us to you next.
All right, let's go, Erlich.
Come on, Hank.
Now, where is Erlich? He's not with us yet, right?
He is not there yet. He can run into the room with Meepo. He can even run into the room with Meepo and start firing at the goblins, or do something else in regards to Meepo or in the previous rooms.
Someone used Meepo as a human shield.
You could do that. He doesn't provide much of a shield because he is so tiny, but you can absolutely do that.
I'll clean up PFT scraps and go to Meepo and trying to get some actual answers out of him.
Absolutely, 100%. You can use either persuasion, deception, or intimidate in order to try to interact with Meepo, whichever skill is best.
Let's intimidate him.
Absolutely.
You're just
You would have
bullying him because he
advantage on
spoke
this.
truth.
What?
You're just mad at Meepo because he told the
I was
truth.
talking to.
They were mad at him because he told the truth, Hank. You're being a vicious person right now.
What? I couldn't hear you. PFT was talking. What did you say? Tim?
You're going to roll 2 times on the d20, and whichever roll is better, you will take that and add your intimidation skill bonus.
Can't read this.
It's an 8.
An 8.
I read it just fine. That's a 1. You rolled a 1.
A 1,
Tim.
so we'll
is
take
a
the
1
higher of
good?
the 2. That's the 8 in that case. And what's your persuasion or intimidation?
My
skill bonus?
intimidation. Oh, this is cake. Wait. This is mine. My intimidation's +6.
+6, absolutely. With an 8 + 6, that's a 14. Meepo is going to answer 2 questions of yours right now with a 14.
How many enemies are in the village?
And he asks, the Kobold Village or Goblin Town? His
that's
people are
This
the
is still the
kobolds.
first question, but How many enemies are in Goblin Town?
At Goblin Town, absolutely. He says 4 behind that wall, which we already and we
already
see
knew
like
that.
as Berserker
already knew
Billy
that.
turns,
Way to
we
pay
can see all the
attention, Nick.
arrows sticking out of his
You knew
chest.
how many people?
And
Yeah,
then
we
he
knew it was
says,
4.
And then he says, in Goblin Town, and he points beyond the door of this like guard post, basically. He says, at least this many goblins. And he holds up 8 fingers. And then he says, 2 hobgoblins and 1 Clarg, plus old goblin, wise goblin.
Ask them if I give them information on my crew, if they'll take me in.
Will the
Here we
goblins
go.
take you in? Interesting. He says, goblins love traitors. And he didn't want to say that. He wanted to say, like, no, don't betray. Like, I hate the goblins, don't side with them. But he had to answer honestly. And he said, goblins love traitors. Anyone who betrays their team to defect over the goblins will be welcomed. among their number.
Okay.
Good. No, I mean I'm just trying to get all the information.
No, it's a good
I'm not
question.
gonna do
It's a
that.
really good
but-
question.
I like
That's your second question.
Yep.
And then he also just says one more thing. They have my friend, and I don't know what they did to him. And that was in addition to what goblins are in that room up ahead.
He's got an agenda. He's trying to get us into a bad situation.
You should go hang with him. Sounds fun.
Now that's your move and your bonus action. You could use your action to try to ask him more questions with another intimidate check, or you could fire a spell at the enemies, or you could do something else.
No, I want to go catch up with my team. They don't,
Absolutely, 100%. You catch
meet
up
up
with
with
your
the
team
homies.
with your action. Okay, and then that will bring us from Erlich's turn to Norm's turn next. Norm, what
Okay,
would you like
so
to
we'll
do?
take another break for an ad, and my turn will come right after that. Dungeons and Dragons brought to you by our friends at Chevy. Football season is officially, and check it out now. The brand new Chevy Silverado, unstoppable grit and determination. I just wanted to know.
knock
I
'em
want
out.
Let's.
hypothetical questions. So Pringles are the absolute best. That's an undisputed fact. They're the undisputed GOAT. Pringles, Pringles, Pringles. I'm eating Pringles all the time. Visit Pringles.com and check them out and eat what we eat with Pringles. Back to Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. What are you guys? What should we do? Let me ask a question first, and this is a purely hypothetical question, so no one's feelings should get hurt. If I were to try to smash Billy and kill him, what would I need to roll?
In theory.
In theory,
what
this is not. I'm not going to do it, Billy. I'm asking just so I know, so that
know.
when we see an enemy,
know.
we know
I know.
how to defend ourselves.
You roll a d20 plus 5 when you attack, and you need to get a 16 to hit him. So as long as you get
And that would kill him.
and that wouldn't kill him, but you would deal, let's see, he has 11 damage on him now. He has maybe 30 something left, and each of your attacks deals 2d6 plus 5 damage. So conceivably, if you hit with both of your 2 attacks, you could knock him.
Okay, that's good to know. I just wanted to know.
knock him out.
I wanted to see how my bro's doing. I'm not going to do it. What do you guys want me to do?
So-
Should I go through?
Let's run up on this village, bro.
Yeah, I'm down.
We have to get through those first 4 though.
Yeah, but they're easy. They just got lucky.
Why'd you hide from him?
Can I heal?
I healed. I didn't.
Can I
hide.
heal?
Not heal
Billy?
yourself.
I can't.
Unfortunately, you don't have
fuck.
healing powers.
Billy,
Only
if I had
Billy
healing
and-
powers, I would heal you. Unfortunately, I don't.
Can we just talk about something real quick?
Yeah.
When we go to this village, fuck it up, and there's a treasure, how are we splitting it?
I don't like these questions. Billy's trying to install a CBA.
No,
Should I
I'm just
smash him?
wondering, like, why are we gonna go and fight these dudes?
Well, we could, we right now we split it 6 ways. If we took one out, we could split
Oh.
it 5 ways.
Well, wouldn't it be smart to take out the traitor?
Yeah,
You guys don't know that.
You're already a traitor.
Yeah.
I was just asking questions, same as you.
Well, just keep an eye on
Big
it.
Cat, what are your special abilities down at the bottom?
My special abilities, I have advantage on dexterity saving throws and
That was what
that's
saved you from the
danger
pit
sense.
trap.
Danger sense and reckless attack.
Reckless attack lets you go advantage on attack rolls, but then enemies get advantage on their attack rolls against you.
What
as
should I
well.
do? What do you guys think? Do you want me to keep going forward?
We gotta keep.
How about this? Is there a way where using his strength he can pick up Billy and then throw Billy at the enemies and then use him as a weapon?
Billy is incredibly heavy, but if anyone can pick him up and throw him,
Facts.
it would be
It's me.
the barbarian.
Because like that
Norm.
way, okay, you take him out, and then if one survives, then Billy's closest to him, and they'll just go after Billy.
Are
It's
you
how
cool
he
with
would
this,
want
Billy.
to.
You want me to use you like a bowling ball?
Do I get an attack turn once I get there?
You would get to attack on your turn. All that he would accomplish is not giving you an attack. Instead, he could throw you and potentially deal damage to an enemy by hitting you into them. If he rolls bad, then you're the one who takes the
So
damage.
I would basically get you closer, and we could also fuck him
It
up.
would get you closer.
Do you want me to try it or no?
Are we gonna full send this village?
Yeah, no, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
no,
got
we
your
have
back.
to. We
I
Are we
got
gonna
your
full
back,
send
big
this
time.
village?
I'm
I'm down,
So-
but like
Can I throw Billy into the village, and then can I follow him into the village? Because I want to show him that I got his back. I'm gonna be there for him.
100%. You can
Okay.
use your move to follow after.
Okay, all right. So
after
is that cool?
throwing
So
him
I'll
with your
throw
axe.
Yeah, I'm
you, and then
down.
you and I will be in there together.
okay.
Big
All right.
Cat's definitely
Wait.
going to follow.
Yeah.
Just want some fair compensation once we're in the village.
Okay. You
That's
keep
what we're
you
down?
keep saying that.
I just like why are we doing
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
We're
no,
not
no,
the-
It
no,
sounds
that's
like you're
fine.
already trying to hold out.
This is the Lufthansa heist.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Norm,
we just gotta eliminate a few people and we get more money.
You raged last turn, Norm. So you're still raging right now,
Oh,
and this
fuck
is an
yeah.
athletics check, so
Okay.
you have advantage on it due to raging. You can roll 2d20s and add +7 to whichever one's better.
Looks like
Well,
Nine,
neither is good, I'm
6 and
sorry to say.
6.
With a 13 as the higher of the two rolls, you send Billy over the wall.
Okay.
He does smash onto the ground between the goblins, but
Okay.
he does not land on any of the goblins. However, he is right next to them.
So this whole plan's out
Did
the
he-
window.
Did he get hurt?
He did take
No.
roll 1d6 damage against Berserker Billy.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd say a
man.
13 is just enough. You take 3 points
Man,
of damage.
damn it.
Berserker
Oh,
Billy.
that backfired.
And that's back up to 14 damage on Berserker Billy.
Okay.
And
I
now,
want to follow him. I'm gonna follow him.
You follow
I'm not
after
gonna be
him.
with my guy. I want to be by his side.
and you actually, I'm going to say that only one of your 2 attacks. So if you run in after the goblins, you can still swing your greatsword against one of these goblins to
take
help
some-
out
Yeah,
Berserker
I'm
Billy.
gonna. All right, let's take out some fucking goblins.
You charge down the hallway.
Now, am I reckless right now? So if I miss the goblins, it could possibly hit someone else.
It may potentially
Okay.
hit someone else if
All
you
right.
go reckless.
I'll be safe.
100%.
I'll be safe.
Absolutely. As you charge in to reach the wall that the goblins were crouched behind, and now Berserker Billy is laying behind. I do have to inform you that is when, Norm, you hear beneath your feet another click as a pit
Oh,
trap opens up again, which you
no.
threw Berserker Billy over, to be fair.
Shit.
Which kind of helped him out. But I'm going to need you to roll again with advantage and get a 15 or higher to make sure that you avoid this second pit trap. You absolutely do. With a
Fuck
plus 2 at
yes.
21, you easily, having already
at
recognized the
these
sound of pit traps, jump over this one, land amongst the goblins, and you can swing. And if you're going reckless, you can roll
Let's
2 d20s and take the higher number. All right,
19.
19 plus 5 is a 24. You absolutely swing at one of the goblins, roll 2d6 plus 5. But it's really just to see how much damage you get. Yeah, with
Why?
7 plus 5, 12 points of damage, you just cleave one of the goblins in half, sending pieces of goblins flying through the air. Blood splatters across Billy and the other goblins.
So me and
leaving
Billy are.
only
So I
3
made.
left.
I kind of saved Billy's life.
You kind of,
I
I
kind of
suppose
saved his
did,
life because
yeah,
he was out there with the goblins. If I had gone through the trap door, but I have great awareness, so yeah, I saved your life.
100%.
Making up for a hospital pass.
Okay, all right, yeah. No, we
it's
got
fair,
you.
it's
Yeah,
fair.
no, that's true. That's fair.
Absolutely. There are still 3 goblins left, but they're alone with you and Billy now at this
Okay,
point.
we can take them.
And Greg, that will bring us to you next. What would you like to do?
Is Cake still in that hole?
Cake is still back in the other pit trap right
Save
now.
his life
trying
again?
to climb out.
Double convert him.
You're starting to get a little sus.
No, I'm gonna drop. I'm dropping lotion down in the hole.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And then I'm
100%.
going to. I'm gonna go to the goblins. I'm near you guys.
All right. Squat up.
Yeah, I'd like to throw a javelin at one.
Absolutely. You can easily get to the goblin hallway
Wait,
and
wait.
throw a javelin over the pit trap.
Did Nick get high? Or sorry, did Greg get high earlier? Because if you throw a javelin,
I
when
was
you're
outside
high,
of the hole.
It could be really bad.
I
Okay.
don't-
I'm just making sure.
Greg, you didn't take in a whiff of the. I don't think you were down there.
I
at
wasn't
the time,
down there.
right? You were
Emmanuel
not down
Acho
there.
will be
You did
happy
not
to know
do
that.
No.
That would potentially have made you poisoned, which would be disadvantage on javelin throws. But you're doing okay right now. It would be a d20 plus 5 to see if you can hit a goblin with a javelin. Though I'll say that it doesn't really make a difference if you get in melee because your damage with the javelin will probably be enough.
4.
4 plus 5 is a 9. You send the javelin in the goblin's direction, but it just clatters off the wall behind them. However, you're a paladin, you get 2 attacks. So you can send another javelin in their direction right now, or you can close the difference, get around the pit trap, and get where Norm and Billy are and try to swing with your sword, whichever you prefer.
It looks a little crowded over there.
It is a little crowded.
Yeah, I'm
You're
going to throw
absolutely
another
right.
javelin.
You throw another javelin. Whew. D20 plus 5.
15.
15 plus 5 is a 20. That is absolutely a hit against the goblins.
Let's go, Greg.
You get the one with the goggles right through the shoulder. Go ahead and roll a d6 plus 3 against this goblin.
Come on, Greg.
That'll be the cube-shaped die.
1.
Oh no! With the d6 plus 3, you
Greg.
get it right through the goblin's shoulder. 4 points of damage, bloodies her. She's more than halfway
Whoa.
down, but she has
chick?
3 hit points left.
I didn't know it was a chick.
Yeah.
Hits the ground.
It's the one with
and
the
then
goggles, right?
rips the javelin out and drops it to the ground. She tries to break it, but she can't. It's too big, and then she throws it away. And hisses at you.
Can those be picked up?
Those
by-
can be picked up
Now,
again.
now was
100%.
that like the doctor is a mother is the mother kind of thing? Were we being misogynistic, assuming the goblins were men?
No, not
Okay,
necessarily.
all right, just wanna
3
check,
of them
all right.
seem to be men. The leader of this particular squad of guards is a female goblin.
Got
with
it.
We
goggles.
assumed the leader was a man.
Yeah, we did.
it's-
Bunch of
it's a
simple
girl.
goblins.
I mean,
She popped out first.
You
yeah.
need a man leader
She
because
poked her head out
they're not
first, but
emotional.
the one
Yeah.
with the skull cap
Man
did
leader
draw
is
his
redundant.
crossbow
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
She was kind of the leader, like fire.
Can we invite her on to Token CEO? She seems like
Oh.
she's like in charge of the
Yeah,
whole
boss
situation.
bitch.
Yeah,
Big time boss
bitch.
energy.
Absolutely.
She's
she
like the
is-
chick.
She's the boss of this
She's like the
guard
girl from
post.
the SBF story.
Yeah.
Like down in the Bahamas. She got the goggles. Looking good.
100%.
Yeah.
And Greg, that is your action and your move to get over to there. I can't think of anything you would do with your bonus action unless you want to shout a question to Meepo or shout something to someone else.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm going to be pretty stoic.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Stand your ground. That will bring us to Cake next.
All right, let's go, Cake.
You're
Go,
hanging back
Cake.
right now in the pit trap.
Let's go,
The
Cake.
others are racing ahead. You do need to climb out of the pit trap still, and that would be a d20 minus 1.
Actually, I want to ask Cake why the fuck he did that.
Yeah.
I wanted to take one for the team. I wanted to explore.
I have another hypothetical, and this has nothing to do with Cake's turn right now. In Dungeons and Dragons, can you kill yourself?
You absolutely can if you
Okay,
want to, but
interesting. if you're like the weak link stuck in a pit.
yeah,
Okay, all right.
in theory, it doesn't make your situation better, but
Right.
you could.
Okay, you could. I just
Yeah.
that's on the table.
Cake, I also would just make sure, I don't think under your spells you have like Levitate or Feather Fall or any of those spells. But if you do, feel free to
No, I
make
don't see
use of
either
one
of
of those.
those.
Nah, okay, just making sure. You can try to climb out with a d20 minus 1. I don't
All right,
think
what do I want here?
you want a 10 or higher to
Okay,
climb
okay,
out of this pit.
Here we go. 20!
20, absolutely. Not only do
Hey!
you climb out of the
Good
pit
thing you
with
didn't kill
no
yourself.
damage, you are able to race to catch up to the group, no problem, with a critical hit. So you use your move to get up back to the group, and then you have your bonus and your action. What would you like to do with those? You could cast a spell in the direction of the goblins. You could do whatever you want.
Yeah, I want to cast a spell and say, see ya.
Absolutely. What spell are you thinking of? Magic Missile can hit more than one goblin, but only for little hits, but they're guaranteed to hit. You might have other spells like Chromatic Orb is one big cannon, but only against one creature. Any other attacking
Ooh, what about the thunderclap?
Thunderclap is fun. You need to run up to where the goblins are, but I'd say with your critical hit, you can do that. And then it's sort of like in Skyrim, the Fusrodar. You clap your hand or shout, and everybody within 15 feet of you. Now, that's everybody within 15 feet of you goes flying backward and takes damage. You definitely hit the 3 goblins, but you'd have to hit either Billy or Norm.
Or
You'd have
Greg,
to hit
right?
one
Greg's
of them.
with us, right?
Greg actually held back and
Oh.
threw javelins, so he is not a target. But in
don't know if
order to
I'll
hit
hit
all
my
3
friends.
goblins, you have to hit one of those.
Just do it,
two.
Jake.
Yeah, I
You're
mean, you
not gonna
can't steal
survive
second with your
unless
foot
they're
on
out.
first,
Just
Jake.
gotta do it.
Scared money don't make money.
It deals
feel bad doing
2d8 damage
We'll
unless
remember,
you cast at a higher
but it's
level
fine.
than you
How
can
does
deal
Cake
more.
thunderclap? What does he do?
It's
to
a good
make-
question.
That
You could.
shoots.
I always imagine clapping your hand or shouting, but it can be whatever you want it to be.
Probably
You
his
can
cake.
clap whatever you
Clap,
like.
I guess.
Cake
Gotta be the
is for a
ass.
reason.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
back it up real quick.
So is there a way I can do this without hitting my friends?
With your ass.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on. I am just remembering that you are an evoker wizard, and evoker wizards have a special power. I think I wrote it down for you, where you can you can shape your spell around your teammates, and that means you can avoid the other two. And essentially, like the blast goes out, but it moves around Norm and Billy,
with your ass.
if you choose to prevent it from.
I would
hitting
like
them.
to do that.
Absolutely. Then you shape the spell
Thank you.
around them.
I'll
To be clear,
remember
he's
this.
using his
Yeah.
butt.
He's twerking his fat ass.
And are
He's-
you?
he's twerk
What does
cousins.
it look like when you thunder wave?
Show us for the video.
Okay, I'll show you guys.
Oh God.
For the AW, for the alls.
So you hold your legs.
Wait, this
No.
is TikTok gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here, you want me? Here, I'll lift your. There we go.
There we go. Ready?
Oh,
Wait,
oh,
wait,
oh,
wait, wait.
oh,
Here we
okay.
go.
Here we go.
Go.
Oh!
A blast of thunder issues forth. I'm going to ask, are you casting it at level 1, level 2, or level 3?
Level 3.
Okay, level 3. I will say these goblins do not look that strong. You could do it with
Oh,
maybe
okay,
a level 1 or...
one. Level 1 then.
Level 1? Okay. So you're going to roll 2d8s against these goblins. So if you see this die in front of you, that's the d8. Bingo. You're going to roll that 2 times.
All right,
Take
here
the
we go.
and take both numbers added up.
5.
5 so far is a great start.
1.
1. 5 damage, or sorry, 6 damage total sends all 3 goblins. Oh, actually, I gotta roll their saving throws. First goblin who's injured already, she fails a saving throw, smashes against the wall after having pulled the javelin out, and she is dead. You've taken out 2 of the goblins so far. Then the next goblin fails his saving throw, takes 6 points of damage, smashes off the wall, but he has 1 hit point left. He falls to the ground, he's holding his head, and he's trying to stand up again. And the other one also. Actually, if they smashed off the wall, roll 1d6. They each have 1 hit point left. So 1d6 is going to finish them off as you hit them into
1.
the door. So, with 1 more point of damage, they bounce off the door and fall dead to the ground.
I killed all
Yes!
3.
You
All
killed
3.
And I saved
all
my
3
friends.
of them, and you saved your
That's
friends.
huge.
There we go.
That's the
big.
good news.
That's big. I'm
What
so
that
happy
ass
you didn't
do?
kill
Damn,
yourself.
badass.
Yeah.
The bad
Well, you
news
could've.
is...
Could've,
You
but
still
I-
can.
Yes.
Right.
Sounds like you want me to.
No,
No,
I said you
no.
still can. That's
Yeah.
no.
Now, Cake, the only bad news is that the way that you managed to finish off those goblins was because you sent them hurtling back when they failed their saving throw, so they took extra damage bouncing off the wall, but also bouncing off the door. The goblins heard. They did, and they're heading towards the door now. They're going to go right after Billy's next turn. So, Cake, you just saved the team. All the goblin guards are dead, but all the goblins of Goblin Town are about to open up the door to see who just knocked, quote unquote.
Okay.
And Wayne, that's going to bring us to you next. What would you like to do?
So I can do a couple things here. I can change my appearance to look like someone else, right?
Yes, you absolutely could. 100%.
So I was thinking.
Woman goblin.
Well, no, she's dead.
Oh.
Yeah, but pretend to
we
be
don't,
her.
they don't
No.
know she's dead.
That's right. Nobody would ever believe.
Hide the
Yeah.
bodies and
Yeah.
and you could pretend to be her.
But she's a goblin guard.
She is.
So she's not.
She
she's
was in charge of the
yeah,
floor
but so
guard.
she's not even that high. I was thinking I changed myself to be like that vampire with the tree, like the tree guy.
The tree vampire.
Yeah, the tree vampire.
Oh, you did get the briefest glimpse, really more of a description from Ehrlich of what this vampire would have looked like. Yeah.
Okay. Can I change myself to look like this
Can
this
change
guy?
to look like the vampire Gulthias.
Gulthias. Okay, so I want to change my entire
Sounds like a
body
pussy.
to look like Gulthias.
You are this sort of very goth, black-robed, pale figure with
Derek
long
Carr.
black
Yeah,
hair.
got it.
Tony Dungy.
Okay, yeah. So I changed myself. I look like that guy, and now I'm walking through the door, and I'm hoping that they lead me to like the main area where all the shit goes down.
Interesting.
But isn't
like
that going to be where the other
Shut
guy
up,
is?
Billy.
He's
I'm
dead,
just-
right?
Wait.
Gulthias?
No, this is a good idea, Billy.
I'm just saying, like, you're going to walk in, it's going to be Spider-Man meme. Just saying.
Well, then I'll be like I'm the real one.
Well, you think that Gulthias got turned into a tree.
Yeah.
So he should just be entombed in a tree somewhere.
okay.
Yeah, so they're gonna think I'm Jesus.
Sweet.
because he's already ascended up or whatever. Now I'm coming
Absolutely.
back.
Oh, we should
100%.
enslave the whole town
Yeah, you
through
think?
religious
Yeah, no doubt.
manipulation.
All right, so I'm returning Jesus.
Wayne, you use your action to disguise yourself as this kind of like Chris Angel type dude. You come busting through the door just as the goblins, 8 of them, are looking in your direction, heading towards the door. And you can see that inside this massive cavern that must be Goblin Town, there's sort of some walls that had been part of the original structure that remained intact, and the goblins kind of turned it into a sort of improvised fort. You can see there's a campfire burning inside that fort, and emerging from out of that fort is the massive bugbear covered with fur, Clarg, and his 2 hobgoblin guards walking on either side. They're pulling out longbows, and as you open the door, they freeze. They start to draw their longbows. Clarg freezes and lifts up this massive hammer against you, and he looks in your direction angrily, but his eyes start to widen, and he says, "Who are you?" Go ahead and roll deception
Okay.
with advantage. What is your deception skill? Bugs?
Pretty good, +8.
+8! Absolutely. Roll 2 times and take the higher number.
5.
5 so far is not great.
Oh, 18.
18!
pretty good.
+8
Yeah.
is going to
Oh, wait,
be...
wait. I'm sorry, it's a 12.
It's a 12.
I thought it was
okay.
18.
That's still the
I'm sorry.
better roll. So with a +8, that's a 20 total. With a
Okay.
20 total, I'm going to roll first for the bugbear to see how much he believes this. He got a 2 on his insight check. He is going to be believing whatever you say. The hobgoblins rolled a critical hit. They're looking at each other, and they're much smarter than Clark, though they're not as tough as him, and they're getting immediately suspicious of you. The goblins themselves have disadvantage and listen to whatever Clark says, so they are also going to be believing whatever you say. What are you saying to all the goblins of Goblin Town?
I have returned.
Oh,
I have returned.
that sounded badass.
You are the vampire Gothias?
My name is Gothias.
Oh! And he's like clutching his heart in fear. He's stumbling backwards. How what you do? We grow blights. And he points to the left of the goblin fortress, and you do see a sort of farm that the goblins have created with plants growing out of
Grow
them.
house, yeah.
It is a grow house.
Okay.
And then you notice on the right-hand side of the fort a creature with a chain wrapped around its neck, and that chain is wrapped around a massive wooden post that has been driven into the ground. It seems like this creature has leathery wings folded over its head, and it is snoozing until just now it has woken up, and its serpentine eyes open, and this little baby dragon looks in your direction and cocks its head in confusion. I'm going to roll to see if the baby dragon doesn't know what to think. It's not sure if it believes you or not. It has no evidence that you are not telling the truth. So it kind of believes you, and its eyes widen.
Sounds like he doesn't not believe me, but he doesn't believe me either.
He's unsure,
Yeah.
but he's buying into what you're saying right now.
Where's this dragon on the boop scale?
This dragon is a younger dragon, but it is a male dragon.
But is it
you are
boopable?
pretty
it
Would we
adorable?
like to boop it?
Boop it. Oh,
Yeah,
boop it.
boop it.
It is very boopable.
Okay, all right, good,
100%.
good,
Yes.
good.
So it
right.
is absolutely like a very cute looking dragon. If it were to rear up to its full height, it's like a big dog. Its head would just
Beautiful.
barely
Love
kind of
it.
come up to your head level, but only if it was like
Love
hind
it.
legs up on your chest.
We don't deserve
Four
dragons.
legs.
Yeah.
So
They're
good.
so sweet.
Yeah.
And you can tell this like baby wormling basically is looking at you in confusion, but it seems to be chained here. So it's kind of like darting its eyes around like, interesting. What's going on here? It hasn't said anything yet, but we know it is capable of speech. And Clark, the leader, is saying, Gothias, welcome. Let me show you around. I will show you the blights that we have grown for you. And I will show you, and he points to the top of the fort where you suddenly notice cages have been stacked up there. Crude cages, like woven out of bits of rubble and twigs and stuff. And inside those cages, there are blights fighting at the bars, reaching out with their little fanged mouths, trying to reach for the goblins and various other creatures around here, including you as you get closer.
All right, it sounds like we're at ground zero right here. This is where it all goes down. The bugbear right now is being friendly
The
to
bugbear
us.
is being friendly to you. He does not notice the people behind you just yet.
What can I do? Is there a way that I can communicate with him to let him know, like, my friends are, hey, they're with me.
You could say
These
that.
guys are cool.
Absolutely, you could say that.
Okay,
yeah.
I'd just
You
like to let him know, like, hey, like, if you ask me, don't ask them who do they know here. They're with me.
Or do you
Absolutely.
say we're your prisoners?
Trojan horse their ass.
Yeah.
Trojan horse their ass.
Yeah. That way we seem subservient.
I brought these prisoners with me, and I'm offering one as a sacrifice.
Oh, blood for the field.
Yes.
Yes.
I brought abundance with me and the
Yeah.
gift of fertility.
Vampires mind control their enemies, and now you offer their blood. Thank you, oh great one.
Yeah.
And he's looking around in terror. He was not expecting you, but he is now letting in all of your teammates. And unless somebody attacks him, he is not going to attack any of you. And then he just says, "Do you wish to see the blights?" And he points to the top of the fort. "Do you wish to see the fields, or do you wish to see the tree?"
What do you guys think?
We gotta go to this tree.
I think, let's go check out the tree. That seems like where all the action is.
Yeah, I don't know. We
Come
have
see
like
the
the first
tree.
pick here, so should we trade the fields
What do you
for
mean?
another option?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So if we have the field, sounds like it's been very promising for the last at least 6 months or so.
Yeah.
And it's grown up well.
He's a really good
Durability
runner.
issues.
However,
a lot of
not
lights.
durability
we get
issues.
a lot of
Durability
blights, but
issues.
Not durability
but we could maybe
issues.
get like a lot of other options in exchange. Like if we say, hey, no, thank you to the fields. Can you give us more assets?
I think what PFT is saying is we're not going to trade the fields, but we want to make them think we are, so that we can then maybe get more out of it.
Maybe we should just trade the fields though.
I don't think so. I really think that these fields are really good.
Who's the commander in charge of this? Because I'd like to maybe trade the fields to
No,
the
no, no,
commander.
no. This is
The fields might have been traded already.
listen. You've never seen a fields before,
But by the
you
time-
don't even know what it
by
fucking
the
looks
time-
like.
Billy, you wouldn't know
decide-
what to
you
do
don't
with the field
know
if you
what
got
a fields looks like.
Okay.
So stay out of it.
one. I'm concerned about the safety of the fields and its long term. So,
as long as there's people protecting him in front, he's gonna be fine.
okay.
You get way more problems when he's just stationary.
Okay. So what
Fields, I'm talking about.
is there any are there any youthful warriors around? Because maybe I could trade the fields because I want to get young.
But again, he's just doing this as a smokescreen. It's smart by him. Deception.
I am
What's
be-
your deception?
Oh, it's a +8.
yeah, exactly.
Could
So,
you
we all
trade
see
the
this.
fields for maybe signing a LaFarm?
All right, so I'm actually going to go to the tree. I'm going to go to the tree. I've decided to go to the tree now. I'm just going to go to the tree. Also, can I do want to prove that I'm welcome here. So I'm coming in peace. I do have a sacrifice for them if they want it. And this big giant bugbear with a big hammer sounds like a Joey Camasta type. Maybe if I have a nice young supple person that I can offer up as their slave to the bugbear.
They tell you, first of all, they would love any servants that you have to offer. Goblins love to kind of take prisoners and make them do the hard labor, cleaning the latrine and stuff
Yes.
in the camp. They also say that blood for the fields would be great, but the master below would love some blood for the tree as well, if you have any
Okay.
to
Wait.
offer.
But if he's the master,
Good question, yes.
I think it's a trap. I think they're going to be like, oh, why would you want blood if you're right here?
He in fact says, of course, you are the master of the tree. You are the tree, Gulthias. But the keeper, the one who has been caring for your tree, and he's confused because he thought you were inside the tree. So he says, well, you're your keeper, your good caretaker, Belak the outcast. He is guarding your tree.
Okay,
and he would love blood.
I
I'm
get where
sure.
this is going. So I want them to remove all doubt that I am Gulthias. So I brought these prisoners with me. I want to slit Hank's throat in front of him just to show that like I mean business.
Yeah.
I would.
That's
They won't
smart.
question me.
That's
They
smart.
If
will
I-
expect that from
Yeah.
Gulthias
You have
the
to show them
vampire.
that
Yes,
you're
I have to
for
show them
real.
that I'm the real guy.
Yeah, you can talk the talk. You got to walk
I,
the walk.
I'm gonna slit his throat from ear to ear.
Absolutely. You have your action to do. I'm gonna say this is the reaction at the end of your turn. Then, yeah, you got this.
Okay.
Wait, he
so
didn't use his action. You're just giving him extra moves.
Wayne,
No, it's the
I,
reaction. Did you not listen to him?
I will give you
Tim's
one.
the Dragon Master here,
What's
not
the
you.
saying, PFT? For every action, there's a.
Equal and opposite reaction.
Okay, so
Yeah,
he's doing
it's
his reaction
Pythagoras.
move. Yeah.
This will be a reaction, sort of attack of opportunity
Learn
as a
physics, huh?
surprise against Ehrlich. Just make with one weapon, unless you would not be able to use a spell, I would say. But if you use your weapon, I believe that you have a light crossbow, or you would have to use your rapier. Your rapier would be a d20 plus 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. The rapier.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll a d20 plus 5, and you have advantage. I'm going to say Ehrlich is not surprised by this, actually.
Jay, can you confirm that that's a 19?
Confirmed.
That's a 19.
Confirmed
That's
with
19.
a 19 plus
Yeah.
5. A 24 is absolutely a hit against Ehrlich for 1d8 plus 3 points of damage. He has 10 damage so far, but if you roll that blue d8,
This one?
you'll add 3 to that, and that's the total damage he'll take. They were
That's
like,
an 8.
Absolutely. With 8 plus 3, that's 11 more damage.
Yeah.
Ehrlich is up to 21 damage
wow.
on him. Ehrlich, may I ask, what are your normal full hit points?
38.
38. So you are down to just 17 left, I
Wow.
believe, unfortunately for you.
Tough.
And as you kind of reach to cut his throat with the rapier, you stab him mostly just in the shoulder, but cut a little bit of his neck. He pulls away, and then the goblins, hobgoblins, and bugbear all turn upon Ehrlich, smile at Gulthias the vampire, and they say, "Blood for the tree, blood for the blights."
Hey, there's nothing against you. This is for the good of the team.
Agreed.
He's not dead yet, right?
He's not dead or
Yeah.
unconscious just yet. And Billy, it is your turn. Then the goblins are all going to go to help Gulthias finish off the sacrificial victim. They're even going to be like, "Why are you fighting? You're
Yeah.
under his
Yeah.
control, right?
can't
Like,
react."
just give up and let us have
Oh,
your
yeah.
blood."
Also, like in many ancient cultures, it was an honor to be sacrificed to the gods.
That's true.
The Aztecs
lucky.
used to fight. They used to play in big tournaments, and the winning team would get to be sacrificed. So this is an honor I'm doing for you.
You
Hank.
just basically won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, congrats.
Thanks.
You guys down with me lighting up the tree? Or is that gonna blow our cover?
We haven't
think-
seen the tree yet. We've seen
Oh.
blights in cages. We've seen fields that we know were the result of them getting a branch from somebody from the tree that the goblins planted. And then the only thing we know about the tree's location is Clarg, when he mentioned the tree and somebody named Belak the outcast, the caretaker, he pointed down for some reason.
Oh, so is it underground?
But why do we want to light up the tree? Like we don't even know if the tree is bad or not yet, right?
True.
Well,
no,
the
we-
vampire lives under it. And
Yeah, we
that's
feel
where-
like it might.
I'm starting to
be
get
bad.
attached to this tree.
feel like
I've been
You're
cosplaying
in
as
character.
Gulthias.
You're in
Yeah,
the
I
vampire's
feel like if
body
we
too.
hit the tree, it's gonna be like the whole world is gonna open up after if we
Yeah.
kill that tree. You
You
know
know
what I
what I'm
mean?
saying?
yeah.
Because
It's
all
like
the
Never
blights-
Neverland or whatever. No, what's that?
It's like
The
it's
upside down.
the Avatar
The
tree.
opposite of that. Yeah, the Avatar tree or
Right side up.
what's the movie with the dinosaurs? The
Land Before Time?
Land Before Time. Yeah, what's that place called?
Oh,
Tim, you know.
the Dead Land.
No, the one they go
Narnia.
to. No, they go at the end.
The land beyond
The land-
something.
The Land
Yeah.
Before Time.
Land Before Time.
Well, that's
I
the
think.
name of the movie.
That's the
yeah.
dinosaur cartoon.
Oh
you
yeah,
just
I'm
said-
thinking of the name of the
yeah.
movie. Yeah.
All right, well,
The
whoever.
Valley of the Lost or something.
But someone, can you look that up? Memes? Can we get that?
Billy, we got.
That's what it's gonna be
we
like.
got right now. We've got Ehrlich who's bleeding profusely on the ground. We've got goblins surrounding him. I think we need to address the situation at hand.
So should we
Heal me.
So what's our vibe? Kill the goblin.
Or at least tell the goblins to maybe finish the job.
That way, you're not responsible directly for his death.
Billy,
The
just
Great Valley. It's the Great Valley. All right, that would have
yes.
driven me crazy.
Billy, also, just before your turn started, I would have said that Meepo the kobold did not cross the guard hallway, but from his room, he poked his head in just enough to see the dragon on the chain, and he just shouts out one word, Calcrix! And this dragon turns like he recognizes Meepo's voice, and then just rolls his eyes. Ugh. And kind of covers up
Oh,
his
you know
head.
what? Let me talk to this dragon, because this guy could probably light up the tree. I just want to. Can I talk to the dragon? Try to maybe can I like undo his tether and say, if you help me out, I'll make sure you get let go while sneaking around before they sacrifice Hank?
No one's really paying attention to you, servants of Gulthias, and the dragon. So yes, you would have advantage on your attempt to free the dragon because the dragon's trying to help you. And as long as you succeed, no one will notice that you're trying to do this. You get to roll athletics on this, so you have a +6 on this. And you have advantage, so we can roll 2d20s, take the higher number, and add 6 to it.
Okay. First one is a 11. Second one is a 7.
11
So 17.
+6. That will be enough. With the dragon's help,
yes.
you pull the chain off the dragon's neck. The dragon's head whisks over to your ear, and he whispers in your ear like, I don't know what's going on here, but these goblins kidnapped me from that idiot Meepo. I was sort of like the mascot for the kobold tribe, and now the goblins want me to be their mascot. Frankly, I want to kill both sides. I don't care.
Okay,
What
say
do you want?
I want him to roll with us to help us burn down this tree because he's just literally a flying flamethrower. So we're going to light up this tree at some point.
With advantage, make a persuasion or intimidation check on him now. You can roll a d20 plus. Do you have persuasion as a skill?
+4.
+4. Roll 2 times and take the higher number on that. This will be your bonus action.
Okay, I got a 1. Come on, give me a better number. 12.
12 +4, 16. That is enough. That just roll 1d20. And do you have insight as a skill?
Yes, +6.
+6. Now, do you believe the dragon when he says yes? Go ahead and roll a d20 +6.
3.
As far as you can tell, you do not know how long the dragon is going to be on your side, but you do think it is on your side for right now at least. And it says, yes, but here's the thing, I'm not a fire dragon. He shows you his icy white scales, and he says, I'm a cold dragon. But if we find this tree that you're looking for, I'll help however I can. If you just get me out of here.
A good frost can take out a tree.
Certainly can. You're 100% right. And you've got the dragon on your side. Do you want to tell it to do anything in particular? That would be the end of your turn.
Honestly, I think we're just going to stay covert until, let the goblins do their sacrifice, and then we're going to start busting off.
Okay, absolutely. Then in that case, Billy, as you and the dragon Calcrix watch what transpires. The goblins would be going next, and every goblin would be piling on Erlich at this point. Erlich, I'm sorry to say, you have like 11 attacks coming your way.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry to say. I don't think you
11.
can
Damn.
survive
But
that.
Hank-
I'll start with the hardest
Ehrlich,
ones.
actually, this is the most important thing anyone can do for the good of the group.
That's facts.
The bugbear missed, and he hits the hardest.
There you go.
So that's
Bugbear.
good news.
Oh. Yeah.
Next attack is one of the hobgoblins shooting at you. He missed.
wow.
The next
Oh.
hobgoblin
Oh, he hit.
is going to be a 16. Just barely hits you, I'm sorry to say.
Can I use my
And-
hellish rebuke, or is that?
Yes,
too
you
late?
can use Hellish Rebuke as a reaction
There you go.
against him now. And unfortunately, he is going to be hitting you for a full. Oh, he rolled bad on that. That could have been a lot worse. It's going to be 6 points of damage coming your way. And so far, that brings you up, Ehrlich, to 27 points of damage.
how much do you
You
have?
Hellish Rebuke that hobgoblin? Absolutely. You burn up a 3rd level spell slot automatically. You don't have a choice on that. He makes a saving throw. He passed the saving throw. He's going to take half damage. Go ahead and roll 3d10. Actually, I think it's 4d10. I'm just going to give you 4d10 against this guy.
That 3 sounds right.
The d10 is this die right here. I'm trying to remember now. I think it starts at 2d10 when you cast it
Yeah,
at
it's
3rd
three,
level
it's
again.
three. No, you're right.
I
Trust your-
think it would
Trust
be
your
4d10.
initial
I think
instinct,
it'd be
Tim.
4d10.
You've
I
been
think
doing this
we
for a
need a
long
D10.
time. You know.
Let me pass this d10 over. You're going to be rolling this. Start with 4 times, and we'll add it all up. And I will double check this.
2.
Okay.
Jake, please verify.
I'm verifying. 2 plus 3 equals 5 plus 3 equals 8
Sounds like Mr.
Plus.
Ice.
6 equals 14.
Nice.
great.
Hank. I'm
14.
rooting for you.
Incinerates that hobgoblin. Well
Ah,
done.
bitch.
Sorry, 14.
Bitch.
Half the damage because you
Half
passed the
bit.
saving throw does not fully incinerate him.
Bit?
Unfortunately. One of the hobgoblins takes
celebrate a
7
little
points
too early
of
there.
damage.
It's like one
then
wild card game.
there are 8 more attacks coming your way. I am sorry to say, from all the
It's gonna be
various
tough when it comes
goblins
out after the
around
Super
here.
Bowl and Cowboys are fucking celebrating the
Oh yeah,
championship.
Cowboys are celebrating. Okay.
Of the first 4, only 1 hit you, but he critically hit you.
Oh,
For 5
No.
plus 2, 7 more
there is no
damage.
God.
This is a disaster.
That's going to bring you up to 34 damage. Ehrlich, you have 38 hit points normally. So you got 4 left. 4 more attacks are coming your way.
That doesn't sound easy.
14 does not quite hit, actually. Just barely. You missed the next 2. 2 more attacks coming your way. Roll 1. That's a hit. And the last one is also a hit. 4 more damage knocks you down to 0. And that means the last goblin comes running up to you with a scimitar, stabs you. and
Wait, go
brings-
slow here. Go slow here.
So when he stabs you in the
Okay,
chest,
in the chest.
that causes you to get 2 failed death saves. That means Ehrlich, if anybody else hits you, you're dead. And on your turn, if we get to your turn, you roll a d20, and if you get a 9 or less, you die. If you get a 10 or higher, you maintain unconsciousness.
Wow.
So
it
you
went right through his heart.
it went kind
Did
of
he
right
twist it?
through
Did he
your
twist
chart.
it a little?
He twisted it a little bit. You're gushing blood, and you are like 1 roll away from death, or 1 attack
blood.
away from death.
And wait. Did he die like a bitch? Like, did he poop his pants? Did he,
Still,
like-
I still have a chance.
Roll it 1 Constitution saving throw because you're
God.
unconscious. See
he
if you pooped
crying?
your
Was he
pants.
crying when he
this
died?
D20 will determine
God,
how
oh my God,
embarrassing
oh
it
my God.
was.
Yeah.
First
Okay. All right.
life.
Roll.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's huge.
It's a 4.
It's a
Is that
4.
good?
That is enough that you have shat your pants.
Oh!
You didn't cry.
He pooped his
You
pants.
didn't cry, but
You died like a
reflexively, the
fucking
body
coward.
releases waste upon hitting this level.
Oh,
of
dude,
unconscious.
shit. I would rather. Oh my God, I'd rather die just outright. Damn. Oh God.
Was he
Now-
alive long enough for him to know he's shitting his pants in front of all of us?
He is aware. Yes,
Yeah.
I would say with
that
a
makes
full
it so
aware.
much
Really,
worse.
like third person, his spirit
Oh,
saw.
I got
no.
last question. Like, was his girlfriend watching him when he pooped his
Oh,
pants?
no.
Somewhere it's entirely possible. Well, Hercule, the imp, is watching him from somewhere far away
his
right
boy.
now, and is watching. And I'd say that probably any girlfriend that a warlock would have is probably a fellow warlock who can scry upon you, and your
Yeah.
girlfriend might have been watching.
So,
from
so
across
are
the
you
hall
saying?
or
Are you
something.
telling me that like when he dies, like his only legacy is like He shit his pants.
It may be potentially. Now, Ehrlich, the goblins just went. Your turn is up now.
Okay, here we go.
This
Come
is the
on.
big dice roll.
This
If you
is
get a
it.
9 or less now, you die. If you get a 10 or higher, you get closer to stabilizing. But then it's Norm's turn next.
I don't think it
And if you
matters.
get a 20,
God.
if you get a 20 on this, you wake up with 1 hit point.
Come on, Hank. I'm rooting for you.
Oh, what was
What'd
it?
he get?
Really high.
20.
I got a 1.
With a 1.
Oh,
Absolutely
Poopy Pants
continue
Lockwood.
to relieve yourself. Everybody
More
sees it
see ya,
happen.
bitch.
And it's the most embarrassing death there possibly could be.
Sad day, bad day.
Oh, man. What a
Um,
catastrophe.
Does Roger Goodell give us 5 minutes to warm up before we can restart this game?
Absolutely,
Oh,
yes, 100%. Norm, it could not be more clear that Ehrlich is already dead. You
he's
would
deader
be
than
next
dead?
to go
All right.
finish him off,
But he's dead.
He visibly
I
his
can
body
smell
is
it.
shaking
Yeah.
as like there's
And it's-
projectile shit going on.
I will say that it's good that we're doing this in front of the green screen so we can get the right graphics for how he died.
100%.
That will be
yes.
important.
The
Oh,
goblins are all like, "Whoa, the tree's gonna love this. This is
Yeah.
gonna be great." He's
Yeah.
creating all this
He's
fertilizer.
fertilizer. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
Nice.
They're
Thanks,
like,
Hank.
Gothias, you
Yeah.
picked the right target. Did you make him eat a lot, like to stuff him
Yeah,
up, kind
yeah.
of? Like,
Yeah, no,
oh,
he
yeah.
had like a lot of really gross stuff.
Yeah,
he had
yeah.
like a hearty stew.
What'd you
or-
make him
Clam
eat? This is
chowder.
horrible.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's bad.
Okay, so all right,
But hey, moment of silence for Ehrlich.
Yeah.
he died so that we may live. All right, that's enough.
okay. I can't believe you shit your pants, dude. I can't believe you shit your pants on your way out. That's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing.
I'm dead, so I got nothing to say.
Okay, all right.
Hope you
Your,
guys
your soul
fucking
is somewhere with your patron in the nine
haunting.
hells
I'm
right
haunting
now.
them.
But
Okay.
your evil
just know
infernal
they
patron,
know that I'm haunting them.
he is in a sense haunting you guys because your patron in the nine hells is making you, as a dark lord would do, is making you rewatch your death scene again.
Oh,
Sorry to say, that is sort of the cruel
really
fate
bad.
Yeah.
that
Two
your
girls,
soul
one
would be
cup.
undergoing.
Cringeworthy death.
All right. Okay. So let's do our last 2 ads, and then we'll come back, and I'll do my turn. Last ad brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. Consider this: not every hairstyle. Hank's dead.
Hank is.
Okay.
But is there a way to
100%
kill
dead
his soul?
now. Right? Okay.
Fuck it. I could fuck his soul.
Right now, he's got two, whether it's a good or a bad thing, he pledged his soul to a dark overlord, and that dark overlord has now claimed his soul. Now, that may be a big step up from other people claiming your soul right
Okay.
now, Ehrlich.
All right,
I would
someone
say
else got
somebody
it.
could try an arcana or religion check to try to draw his soul back, but because you'd be fighting his patron, you'd
Yeah.
have
No, I don't.
disadvantage on it.
He's fertilizer now. Yeah. Forget him. He's dead. Also, this just as a sidebar, this means more money for us.
Okay.
Very good
Yeah,
point.
so we all
Good
get
stuff.
more money. Splitting it 5 ways. All right, what should I do? Should I go fucking take down this tree?
Yeah, I think the tree. That's where the money's at.
Yeah.
We got to find the tree.
I gotta find the tree and then take it down.
They pointed down. They haven't said where the tree is, but the bugbear seems almost like the only reason he hasn't told us where the tree is because he thinks we already think we know where it is.
So we gotta act like we've been there before.
All right, so okay, be like, all right. We also need to make sure. So when I do my move to try to kill the tree, they're gonna obviously know who we are, right? Because right now they still think that we're your prisoners.
But couldn't I just be like, it is my wish to destroy the tree?
Yeah, can I have him do
Could
that?
try
Okay.
that 100%.
All right, so I want him to tell me to destroy this tree.
Okay.
So I was just following orders.
I've grown the biggest warrior, and it is my deepest desire as your lord to destroy the tree.
Yeah.
This is going to be a tough deception check.
Okay.
I will let you roll with advantage,
Okay.
but you need at least a 20 to convince them.
Okay, I've
You
got
have
plus
a plus
8 though.
8.
Plus
You
8
got a
though.
plus
Plus
8.
Okay, all right, so 12 or higher.
Where's the Jake?
That is a 6.
6 plus 8. Now you have advantage. They hesitate. They're like, Gothias, you can't mean to. Why would you want to destroy your tree? It contains. Well, I guess it doesn't contain you. So do you want to destroy? Won't that kill all our blights? You gave us. Your caretaker of the tree gave us these blights to use against the kobolds to collect their blood.
No, their god gets to update the rules as he sees fit, right? I can be like, now no dancing, no drinking, no caffeine. You're allowed to marry 20 people if you want.
We're allowed to be
Whoa, this is a
really
pretty
bad
good
quarterback
deal.
Yeah,
if you want.
if you want, yeah, if you want
So-
to play for the Jets
you
and
can
sleep
do
with
that.
your friend's mom.
You can do that.
These are all okay now.
So you're gonna burn the tree to start a new sort of
Yeah.
religion, kind of with
Yes,
us.
yes.
All right.
Okay.
Now,
And we're gonna to be fair, we're gonna worship Ehrlich.
Yeah.
Ehrlich's gonna be like the new
Oh,
prophet.
It'll be our
okay.
He
They
died.
pick up his body and
Yes,
start carrying
he
his
died
body
so
around.
that so that this earth may live.
Absolutely. They're hesitating at first. Now roll your second roll, your advantage roll. You rolled a 14 so far as the better roll.
Jake's checking.
9.
9. And with a 9 plus 8, that's a 17. The bugbear says, but Belak the outcast told us very clearly that if the tree dies, the blights everywhere die. And that is when one of the
no.
hobgoblins goes, Clarg, this is not Gulthias. And the other one nods and simply says, traitor, master, it is a disguise. And he runs up and he waves his hand through Gulthias' head because you are a dwarf and you disguised yourself
He height-checked
as
you.
a vampire.
You went too
Yeah,
small.
he did this.
He
You
hijacked
went
you.
too
You're
small
actually
on your
like,
ass.
oh, you're not that much shorter than Gulthias,
Right, I'm
but
perfectly
just
normal
enough
size.
that when he puts his hand through Gulthias' hair, his hand visibly goes through your hair
Yeah, okay.
and passes through it like it's not even there. And Clark is like, what? And the hobgoblin's like, sir, it is a... Ugh! And they start to level their weapons against you. But you could tell with that 17, Clark, when he was talking about the tree, you said the tree, if it dies, the blights die. He looked behind him at the fort, where you're now all noticing in the floor of the fort, there's a hole in the ground with the roots growing up out of the hole.
Okay, that's where the tree is.
And no, that all happened kind of as a reaction for you. Norm, you would be up now. What would you like to do? You know the tree must be down in that hole, but all the goblins are turning on us now, it seems.
Okay. Should I kill the goblins or go for the tree?
What if we go to the tree
If the
and convince the tree to kill the goblins?
wait, team up with the tree?
I'm not smart. I'm just strong. I'm just really, really stronger than you.
You want to convince the tree?
Yeah,
wanna
I think we
talk
can
to
talk
a
to the
tree?
tree.
Okay, so maybe you're not smart either.
Aren't you right next to like a frost-breathing dragon?
Yeah, but it's not my turn.
Yeah. So I think we should. What do you guys think? Should we kill these goblins? I mean, I can rage on their ass.
Oh,
Yes.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
I got an idea. The dragon breathes ice. Go for the tree and I'll freeze the goblins.
Or wouldn't I go for the goblins and you freeze the
Yeah, it
tree?
seems like that's the way to go, right?
Yeah.
But
But the goblins are like they just figured us out. Should I protect us by going for the goblins? We need a quick decision,
Okay,
boys.
Go for the
go
goblins.
for the goblins.
Go for the goblins. Go for the goblins. We're all on the same page.
Rage.
I just want to say we have great teamwork now that Ehrlich is dead.
Yeah.
It smells like shit.
Yeah, it smells like shit, but damn, we are a squad. All right, I'm gonna try to kill as many of these goblins as I can.
And you're aiming for the little goblins, not the hobgoblin or Clark the bugbear,
Well,
correct?
which one is the most? I think I gotta take out the toughest one.
The toughest one would be Clark the bugbear.
Let's fucking do it.
Absolutely. You charge in with your sword. Clark grins because he's been looking at you, Norm, since you entered, and as the biggest guy here,
Yeah.
he's been wanting to have a
That
one-on-one
happens to me a
face-off
lot.
against
Yep,
you.
yep.
So you charge in. I'm going to ask because he's going to attack you back. Are you going reckless or are you being safe and not going reckless?
Okay, so when I go reckless, he can also roll 2 times.
He gets advantage against you if you get advantage against him, correct? But if he never gets a turn, then it was worth it.
Good point, Tim. All right, I'll go fucking reckless. Let's go.
Yeah, so
Balls
let's
to
go.
the wall.
Now, there
balls
are
to
other
the wall.
goblins around here
No,
who
no, no,
may
but you're
sh-
right.
yeah,
You're
mhm.
right.
Yeah.
Let's try to kill him right
So,
now.
go ahead and roll 2d20s.
What am I trying to roll?
You're trying to get against Clark, you need a 16 or higher, and you have a +5 on this, so you need an 11 or higher on one of these die.
I like the
I'm
odds.
gonna roll them one at a time.
That's not enough. That is enough for your first attack. That is going to be 2d6. These two +5.
Yeah!
6 so far. You get to roll the other one as well. You gotta get it in. Gotta get it in.
It was a 6 anyway.
It's a 6, absolutely. 12 plus 5, 15 points of damage, takes off more than half of Clark's hit points. One more hit, and you could finish him off. Go ahead and roll your second attack now. That's already
19!
enough. Just roll one more time to see if you critical hit him. You don't critical hit him, but you
16.
absolutely hit for a full 2d6 plus 5
Okay.
again. He's got 12 hit points left. All right. And that's enough. You finish the mighty Clark off.
That's
hacking
light
him
work.
in half with your 2 sword
That's light
strikes.
work, bitch.
As their leader falls dead to the ground, you still have your move and bonus action. All the goblins and the hobgoblins look at you.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I say who wants some?
Roll an intimidation
Who wants
check
some?
with advantage. What is
Yeah,
your intimidation
Plus
skill?
1. They just saw me fucking take out their boss.
Absolutely.
11.
11.
That's a 4.
4. So with an 11 plus what's your intimidation
1.
bonus? With a 1, a 12. I'll roll for the goblins in general. No, they're pretty brave right now.
Shit.
It's mainly, you can tell, because the 2 hobgoblins are immediately like, okay, we're giving orders now. And like,
Oh,
Clark was kind of the
okay.
dum-dum in charge,
Oh,
and now
shit.
they're asserting their control as
Okay.
it were over the
Okay.
goblins.
All right. It's on.
But Norm, that is a great turn. You finish off Clark
Great turn.
immediately.
Yeah.
Greg would be up next.
Greg, I need some
Greg,
help.
what
We
would
got to
you
take
like
out these
do?
other 2 fucks. You got to do something.
I'm gonna do it. I have 2 javelins,
Hell
Got
yes.
javelins, yes.
and I'm not missing this time. I'm
Got
gonna
2 hobgoblins, 1 injured, 1 not, and then 8 different goblins who are
Oh.
swarming out.
Okay. I think hobgoblins is probably the way to go here.
Are you aiming for the injured one first or the stronger one?
Let me get the rust off at the injured one.
Absolutely, 100%. With a javelin, you can feel good about definitely finishing off a hobgoblin. Roll a d20 plus 5.
7.
7 plus 5 is a 12. The goblin brings up a shield, deflects that attack. You aiming for the same one with your second attack?
Yeah, I am.
So go.
10.
10 plus 5 is a 15. And just barely it gets past his shield and then ricochets off of the metal armor that he is wearing. You think you just missed by 1
Yikes.
point there.
Oh.
I'm
You're
sorry
dead.
to say.
You're dead.
But you still got
Yikes.
your move
dead.
and your
You're
act
dead. Shut
bonus.
up.
Yeah, that's you can
could
hear
get
me.
into
It's my
melee with
ghost.
somebody.
You're dead.
You could head in a direction, or you could try to intimidate everybody here.
Is anybody hurt?
Oh,
Hank's dead.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Hank's dead.
Hurt. I hurt.
And Billy is hurt for
Still
14
tanked
points
up.
of damage. Cake is hurt for 5 points of damage.
And I'm near everybody.
You are near everybody.
Can I lay my hands on Billy?
I'll allow it. If you use your move and your bonus action, I will let you do lay on hands on Billy. You have 18 healing points left. Do you want to heal him for a full 14?
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
My
Billy
hands
is
are a
back
little
up to
cold.
full
and
hit
yeah,
points.
a little.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hank,
You
you
got
missed
4
it.
of those healing points left. You get a little of the Vaseline on. There you go.
Yeah.
And that will be your turn then, Greg. That brings us to Cake's turn next. Cake, what would you like to do?
Am I still stuck near these bones?
Sorry, Cake, you had gotten out of the
He's
pit.
still in the pit.
You are up here with the rest of the goblins now, I would say. When we last saw you, you had just fired a thunder wave over the wall and knocked all the goblin guards to the
Right.
side. So you're
yeah,
looking
twice.
into Goblin Town right now. What would you like to do?
Am I by myself?
You are, actually, yeah.
I'm kind of lonely.
Yeah.
I want to get back with everyone.
Absolutely. You easily hop the wall, walk through the door into Goblin Town, and you're there amidst the chaos of the goblins turning upon us. There are still 2 hobgoblins and 8 goblins who are spreading out across this room.
Let's take them down.
Absolutely. What kind of spell would you like to use here? I'll just highlight, do you have the spell Fireball by any chance?
He does.
You have
Oh,
fireball.
Billy, remember Billy tried to take that?
So,
Fire
Fireball.
prayer.
Absolutely.
I sacred flame.
Absolutely.
Basically
Now,
the same thing.
Fireball is a much more powerful spell. Fireball would allow you to hit almost every goblin in this room right now, including the hobgoblins. I would say it would be this many goblins that you're able to hit. You're able to hit 5 of the goblins and both hobgoblins in a fireball. That would only leave 3 hobgoblins left over, and you can shape this spell around all of your friends to avoid not hurting anybody
That's
you
the
don't
plan.
want
I
to
don't
hurt.
want to inflict any pain on my friends.
Absolutely.
The
Then
way that you say that makes it sound like you do.
You
You're like,
know
I
me
don't want
well
to
enough.
inflict any pain.
You don't know me well enough, then.
now, Cake, the amount of damage on a fireball, you could roll the physical die, or you could use my dice roller on this, because you are going to need to roll and add up 8d6.